there were two things that I wanted to test coming out of Eternal Weekend Europe. One, surveil lands in PO, and two, a nice little fourth Aer Lingus splash. Welcome back, vintage gamers, to a vintage challenge following my return from Europe, where I placed very well at Eternal Weekend and won a couple events at Four Seasons. In my recap video, which I posted last week, I came out of the event with some ideas that I wanted to try. A lot of them are from just experiences over the weekend with fetch lands for surveil lands. And then some of the other ones are just from watching Unlucky Monkey in person play his version of Lurrus PO, Lurrus Vault Key. So what we're going to do is we're going to try out a different version of the deck today. Not all the way to the Unlucky Monkey version here, which has lots of different lands of lots of different colors and lots of different spells. A little too much for me. So we're going to take my old list here and we're going to make some changes. We're going to change around the mana base to we're going to get rid of the strip mine, and we're going to get rid of the basic and the Caracas, and we're going to try to go for a little bit more fetch lands to give us better protection for our different colors. And then I'm going to play a Meticulous Archive, which is the blue-white surveil land instead of a third Tundra, and a Volcanic Island to splash a fourth Aer Lingus. I would like to splash a fourth Aer Lingus because it is a nice way to be able to win the game while you're comboing off that doesn't have to involve Vault Key. Just making a bunch of mana and making a bunch of knights as a fireball is really, really nice alternative way to win the game. And it has some utility as just like a 3 mana take the Monarchy. I played multiple versions of Lurrus PO with just fourth Aer Lingus, so this is kind of a hybrid of the two decks, the Vault Key deck and the Lurrus fourth Aer Lingus PO deck. And so to do that, I have taken out some Oswalds and I've replaced it with fourth and repeal and changed around the mana base. I did put the planes in the board because I do think you still want to be able to fetch a planes for your Swords to Plowshare matchups. So we're going to try putting the planes in the board and going from there. Anything else? No. So these are just kind of the ideas I wanted to test. I wanted to test fourth Aer Lingus as an alternative win condition inside of this deck instead of just being its own deck. And then I also wanted to test a surveil land, as this land doesn't have, this deck doesn't really have ways to manipulate the top of your library. That being said, I'm also changed to a Flusterstorm instead of a Spell Pierce to just be more aligned with the more aggressive game plan. It looks like round one we actually have the mirror where we're going to play against Unlucky Monkey, so I'll see you in round one. Okay, here we go. Round one, Vintage Challenge. We're up against Unlucky Monkey. We're probably going to play a Lurrus PO battle here, especially seeing as how much he has been winning with the deck recently. A bunch of challenge first places and third places, though I think we've lost a couple of them data-wise, which is unfortunate. But this is a turn one Lurrus with force backup, but no real payoff. But it's probably still a keep. It's like not the best hand, all things considered, but don't actually have to tap. Don't actually even have to tap anything here. I just have all mana, but I think it's still worth keep doing. If he forces this, do I even force back? Like, is it even good to force back from this spot? I don't think I care, right? Oh, thanks, Sandman. I almost don't even want to force this back. But then I do have to draw action. So it's a little here and a little there. It's certainly an interesting spot. But I do know, like how likely am I to draw action from this spot? There are a lot of dead draws, but all the Lorians are actually not on because we used the Black Lotus. I guess I theoretically could have not used the Black Lotus and I could have instead used the Mana Vault, right? Because I would have used 1, 3. Yeah. So maybe I should have used the Mana Vault instead of the Black Lotus. I didn't really consider that. Hmm. It's getting forced. Pitching Probe. I think I'm going to force back. I just don't like the idea of doing nothing. I want to hold this Mana Vault in my hand to act like I have something. Volcanic Island. Mana Crypt. Black Lotus. Same play? Bye, Lurrus. Play. All right, we're back to the unrestricted or the unnerfed Lurrus metagame here. We're just both playing turn 1 Lurruses with Black Lotuses. They have 3 more cards than we do because they were on the draw. Didn't play as many Moxen. Well, yeah, I mean, I had more mana sources. Where are the dead weights? Exactly, not me. I mean, we do have a lot of good draws. PO, our PO is a lot stronger than their PO, for instance. Snapcaster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually have Snap Force. It's kind of sick. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna just pass. I also have Snap Ambush Viper. Mox Opal. All right. I mean, these hands are very similar. They are very similar to each other. Black mana. Black Lotus. So they have something with force backup. Is that what they're doing here? Didn't tap their Opal first. I don't think countering the Black Lotus makes sense. So is it Mind Twist? Is it just Demonic Tutor? It's just Demonic Tutor. I'm gonna let them Demonic Tutor and hope they're. I mean, they have 3 floating mana, so I assume they're gonna cast their spell right away. And I'd rather try to get them to use some of their mana up. Some reason I feel like they're just gonna go hard cast Force off of this, but what can I really do? Obviously, I could have like used this Mana Vault from my hand at some point during the last turn, but doesn't really feel like it does anything. I guess theoretically, I could maybe pay for a Spell Pierce. I would never really be able to pay for a Flusterstorm though, so. But maybe you could argue that that would be more worthwhile. Dress down? Oh my god, my opponent drew Demonic Tutor and has Dress Down Lurrus Loop. All right. This is why they're the more powerful wizard. My hand was good, but it was not as good as my opponent's hand. That's for sure. Not only did they counter my Snapcaster Mage here, but they also have Dress Down Loops with Lurrus at end of turn. And they resolved Ancestral Recall, so I can't imagine we can come back from this. My hand just simply was not this good. I'm not never mulliganing my hand. My hand certainly could have been better, but well, I mean, I don't have anything to bring back with the dress down this turn anyways, so it's not like I'm missing the dress down this turn matters that much unless I draw a bauble or something. Yeah, I drew nothing, so I need to attack, but I can't attack with... Yeah, just attack with Lurrus. Damn, that dress down was sick, actually. Just gonna play this out because it represents force without using Lotus, but... Meticulous Archive. Value. Like, my land could have been a fetch land for Meticulous Archive to put something in the yard for our Lurrus. They milled a bobble over with the archive. The value, chat. The value. This is what I'm saying. Look how good this was. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. Magic the Gathering. The other deck that I was thinking about playing today was like a colorless Fleshraker combo deck, and it would have lost pretty hard to this draw, so... I think a lot of decks are losing pretty hard to this draw, to be fair. Force of Will into Lurrus, Lotus into Ancestral. I mean, I do think there's like some merit to mulliganing my hand, but they haven't played anything out of the yard yet. Shouldn't they play a ball? Oh, they're gonna play dress down end of turn. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, PO is my best draw. Don't think it will resolve, but PO is my best draw. I just cannot. I just cannot draw. I mean, they have a mana crypt and a, you know. Seems like a reasonable enough time to play a mana vault out. Maybe they simply don't draw any cards that are good. Could this happen? I mean, the minute they draw PO, I'll concede. They lost the mana crypt flip. Right. I do think forcing was correct, but we just like didn't. I mean, we drew lands every turn, right? It's okay. I think that's part of Magic. Though, like I said, there are convincing reasons to mulligan my hand, as it didn't actually do a lot. But force turn one Lurrus with Lotus seems like a keep to me. Oh, we're just replaying Lotus. That means we're doing what? POing? Yeah. All right. I will concede to this PO. Snapcaster Mage. Are we snap ancestraling and then POing? Oh, we're snap demonic tutoring for PO and then POing. Sure. Oh man. Yeah, I got a little bit out ancestral in this game. Such is every blue mirror in vintage though. Oh yeah, PO was coming, but it was pretty far away. All right, so mirror. I like the idea of Seal of Cleansing and Prismatic Ending and Negation and Trap. That's kind of it. And then I don't like Basic Island, Swords to Plowshares. I think Balance is fine as like my catch-all Lurrus answer. I think Portable Hole is just worse than playing Seal and Prismatic. And then I don't know what's the other card I want to take out. Oh, I mean, I kind of like a Soul Guide Lantern. I don't think it's the end-all be-all, but not sure. Maybe repeal. Try that. Yep. We both had similar hands. It's just one had a little bit more power in it. All right, here we go. On the play again. I have a cat. One has a cat. Show me Ancestral. Sure. I'm gonna just go with Tundra Crypt, Time Vault. Just use my mana. Ancestral. I'm gonna play around negation. I think it's worthwhile. I got forced pitching Lorian. Sure. All right, Bobble. Go. I wonder if that was a spot where I could skip my turn. Probably not. Another Tundra. Okay. I think I just buy my cat. And then we have an archive to fetch. They're just playing a little slower, I guess. It's kind of weird, though. Like, if you want to keep this card now, you have to not fetch your Meticulous Archive, which feels a little odd. But maybe I'm missing something here. Milled over a PO. Don't have any Moxen. Makes sense. I really like the idea of this Meticulous Archive. It looks quite good. I'm a little sad to fetch my third Tundra, but what's the guy gonna do? C. Time Walk. Sure. I guess we do have like 3 bobble effects, and opponent has 2 bobble effects. I keep saying like they have 2 Mishra's bobbles, so like they're more likely to have their Lurrus online, but we actually have 3 bobble effects: 1 Vexing, 1 Mishra, and 1 Soul Guide Lantern. So it's a little unfortunate to fetch Mystical here, Meticulous Archive here, because we actually don't have a third mana color to Prismatic Ending their Lurrus, but I think I need to get cards in my yard for dig through time anyways. Opal. I think I'd rather have a card in yard. Also, I can bring it back with Lurrus anyways, so yeah, this Meticulous Archive just looks nuts. Especially if I'm cutting Oswald, so I'm getting rid of like the main downside of not being able to like play turn 1 Oswald. Like obviously maybe you'll have some hands that can't play turn 1 PO because of it, but those hands are like fewer and farther between the turn 1 Oswald hands. I mean, I'm actually pretty close to casting this dig just because I have this Mana Crypt, so. I'm probably supposed to force their Lurrus, right? I feel like I'm going to get Pyroblasted, but... Flusterstorm? Sure. Well, they get 1 draw off of it, and then hopefully we get to ending it. Pretty sure I'm supposed to make them fluster there, though, or have Pyro or something. He'll get my card, I assume. So this is just... I can pay 3 total mana, right? Blue, white, other another color. Yeah, they'll get my card. Nice. Okay. Blue, white, red. Lurrus. Attack. I mean, they got their card off of it, so it wasn't that bad for them. I do have pressure here, though, at least. Also, keys are lethal. Kind of the fact that Time Vault turned on Metalcraft here, not bad. I at least have a fluster for maybe a PO. But, or I guess if I have a fluster for like a Lorien as well. There's only one Lorien left, though. Quite the interesting game. Mana Crypt. Do I have enough for a PO now, though? I don't. Time Vault. They do know about the fluster, that's true, because they looked at it with Bobble, so they won't play into fluster. So I mean, they can just PO on my turn, right? Or I guess they can't. Yeah, they can PO on my turn for 3. They only have 1 card left in their hand. I think they might have a PO, considering they played out their Mana Crypt. Yeah. Well played. Well played. Draw 3. Yeah. Keys winning. Force is interesting. Nothing to bring back with my Lurrus. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I have Force and Fluster now, which is kind of nice. I mean, they drew 3, but we know that those 3 cards are not like the end of the world here. I have a Fluster, so they can't really like go full deployment on their turn. I am attacking for 3 every turn. So there's some chances here. It's funny how similar our draws have been, though. Like Mana Crypt, Time Vault. I wish I had a Bobble, though. Yep. Gonna hold back the Mana Crypt, maybe, so that they don't lose an extra turn here. If they drew another PO, they'll want to play it out and go on my upkeep again. Another land. It's a lot of lands. All right, 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I assume this means there's another PO coming on upkeep. They're going to play out the Mana Crypt. No. Interesting. I guess there could be a Snapcaster Mage. So they're trying to get a block and... let's see. I can play a Sensei's Top, which increases the Storm, but then I actually can't play the Force. So I just have to attack anyways. I'm kind of forced into it here. Nothing. I guess I can find a blue card for this Force, so... A PO. Interesting. So I think I float the Brainstorm on the top of the library so that I have Force blue card. And then on the next turn, I can look at a PO. None of these cards are buyback with Lurrus, which is unfortunate, but... Surprised they played this Mana Crypt out if they didn't have a PO. But maybe they're just waiting. I'd be surprised. It's a lot of lands. No, they just played it out. Maybe they're just representing it. But they're going to go with 3 here, maybe. So now this Lurrus is lethal. Soul Ring. Merchant Scroll. One card besides the Merchant Scroll. It's either Dig Through Time or PO. Dig Through Time costs less mana, so you're less susceptible to a Flusterstorm, right? That would be 3. Force would be 4. And so 5 copies of Flusterstorm. 1, 2. I mean, I think they can pay for the Flusterstorm no matter what I do. I guess theoretically, I could activate top, brainstorm with the top. I have to actually do some math there. Looks like it's going to be Dig Through Time. I actually could beat PO with brainstorm, adding an additional storm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but I mean, I'm attacking with Lurrus, so it would be fine. But now, because my opponent didn't go for PO here, I can't actually get this Flusterstorm online, right? This is 3. Brainstorm is 4. Force is 5. So it'd be 6 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't even work. 1 Flusterstorm probably, but also there's like Pyroblasts and stuff. Could always let this resolve. Doesn't technically win the game. But I could also find like Manifold Key plus 4 Pyro, which would be They know I have this Fluster as well, which is the biggest problem. I know they have 1 Fluster in their deck. I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth it to try to play the Brainstorm. I guess it's fine. Like, even if they have Mental Misstep as their last card, then Force works. So I think it's fine. I do lose my PO, but this Lurrus is lethal, right? So they have the 1 Pyro? No. They have Snap? What is this? Hardcast Force? Okay, well, they know I have Flusterstorm, so I can just counter this force this, and attack for 3. So we're good here. Oh, okay. When one person doesn't get super far ahead with Ancestral, the mirror can be pretty interesting. My opponent's probably favored in the mirror by quite a bit. They have like triple Pyroblast in their sideboard. They have like a much greedier mana base to support a, I'll show you the list so that people know what I'm talking about here and I'm not just spouting nonsense. And he's a better player? Okay. All right. Okay, hold on. I won't disagree with you, but also, this is my stream now. Come on. So you see there's 3 Pyroblasts here. Those are like the big there's 2 negations total and 3 Pyroblasts. 3 Pyroblasts will swing this matchup quite a bit. 1 Flusterstorm, 1. So my opponent made their list based on my previous list, and then I made my new list based on their new list. So we've been kind of going back and forth on how to build out this style of deck, taking different things from each other. So, all right, I think I'm just going to run it back with this. I kind of like this spot. I actually got to play next to Tomash in rounds like 3, and there was a couple rounds in Eternal Weekend. Pretty cool. I'm happy to see him playing some PO instead of Ragavan. I think 4th Aerlingus is extremely good. I don't really like this Vampiric Tutor here, but probably not putting this back. I think Fourth Aer Lingus is much more than a cube card, though it is a cube staple, right? Hell yeah, Magic Dad. Yeah. Can't really let that happen. That's why this card's restricted, I guess. Vexing Bauble. Always happy to hear about people entering Vintage. You know, what's up, Epic? Is this Ancestral? Ugh. That's not good. I don't think I can let that happen. Well, I have a plan. I think we can buy. Shoot. So I can just vamp. Man, if I get Pyroblasted, it's so bad. I feel like I have to though. So I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy the Lurrus too. I don't really like the idea of balancing. I'd rather look for an action play, but maybe I could balance. Like, so if I want to balance with this vamp, then I shouldn't buy Lurrus. But I could also get like a Vexing Bauble. What if I just get a Vexing Bauble? So if I vamp for a Vexing Bauble, play Vexing Bauble plus Lurrus, it's gonna always resolve, and then I can start looping Vexing Baubles. I guess certainly an interesting idea. If they PO here, it's not great for me. If they tap their red source though, okay. If they had tapped their red source, I'd be interested in doing like a PO or a an Ancestral or something, but I think without tapping the red source here, I have to respect the idea of Pyroblast. What if I go Fourth Aer Lingus? I guess they have Lurrus Vexing Bauble as well. They also have Lurrus Vexing Bauble. Well, there's only one Flusterstorm. There's like one Flusterstorm, one Spell Pierce. There's 3 Pyroblasts, though, for sure. Fourth is kind of interesting to me here. If they respond to it with like Bauble Lurrus, it's not even that bad for me, right? Yeah, that's Tomasz Mar. I don't want to get Ancestral PO. I mean, if they had Force, they would have probably forced my Ancestral Recall. They could have drawn Force. I mean, forced their Ancestral Recall through, I mean. They can have it. They can have drawn it. There's also something to be said about like Urza Saga here. I would think Urza Saga, Fourth Aer Lingus, and Vexing Bauble are the plays that I'm like the most interested in. I think Vexing Bauble, Lurrus. I mean, they just do the same thing, right? And do I end up ahead? All right, I'm gonna try Vexing Bauble. I guess there's a problem here if you like, well, I guess Vexing Bauble kind of stops POing off as well. Lurrus, Bauble. This game is gonna get real weird. Oh man. Interesting. So now I can resolve Ancestral. It's pretty good. No, I can't crack my bobble and replay my bobble because I have a meticulous archive. Sad. Just losing value. Oh, where's a saga? Top. All right. Crack bobble. Replay bobble. uh... I mean, it's definitely a play you can make. But I kind of want to spend my mana on this, it looks like. Don't know. You could be right. We're cracking bobble again. All right, so this to me looks like Urza's Saga, 4th Air Linges for 2. That way I can beat Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm. I'm not gonna count my chickens yet. I think I like cracking bobble and replaying bobble. Oh, now do I want to replay bobble? Yeah, I think I still do. I don't think he has virtual removal for this Lurrus either, so if he forces this, then like I think that's fine too. I think this is totally acceptable. If this gets countered, then maybe I can draw into a blue card too. I just want to get cards. Is it worth it? Yeah, I don't think I care that much about this. I could be wrong. How many cards did he draw last turn? 2. Negated it? Isn't that fine? So there was a Spell Pierce. I don't know. I think that's fine. What am I losing the game to? Like some kind of crazy, like multiple mocks and PO line? Maybe. I don't really see it. I don't really see it, but you could be right. I think I still need to pressure this game, and I think drawing cards is very important. But I guess here, like a time walk into a PO might be bad. Now they have their own bobble, so like Vault Key is killing me. So there's some, I mean, there's definitely reasons not to. I'm not gonna say there aren't good reasons to not go in, but I think I just attack all. Oh, I feel like I should spin first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if I can find a Seal of Cleansing for this Time Vault or like a prismatic ending, then I would feel very good about this game. Mind Break, Trap, Force of Negation. I see. Those are pretty bad into Vexing Bobble. So I'm going to attack with the Lurrus as well. 1, 2, 3. Play Saga. So I'm drawing negation, and I can draw this. If I have to make a thing, is it bad for me? It's like kind of bad into the 1 Flusterstorm, but that's about it. Whereas this is 4, 7, down to 2, down to 1. Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess this line is pretty bad at like hard cast negation, which I could want to do. So maybe I still have to hold the Lurrus back. But maybe I just like have to negate this bobble as well if it gets cracked. Don't know. I don't actually like the way I played this out anymore. But like, I definitely am glad I don't have a bobble in play, but my opponent still has a bobble in play. I can't play an opal because of vexing bobble. So that doesn't work. Or I would do it. Yeah, I think I should have held back 1 night. Because I might want to be hard casting negation here. Well, taking the Monarch doesn't matter as much as gaining 3 life matters, right? Because if I make a construct, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 13. Okay, I guess that doesn't matter either. So actually it doesn't matter. Never mind. Because they're going to go to 12. But if I have to pay for negation, then I don't get a construct, then it does matter. I think the 3 life matters here. I guess this attack is never beating... It's never winning on the next attack anyways. So I think I have to counter this bobble on the way back, though. I think I'm going to negate it pitching Flusterstorm. I have a Mindbreak Trap floating on the top, so... I guess that means I don't have... Ugh. Ugh. Kind of hate this whole section here. I think I have to negate this. I still have a single piece of counter magic after this. Maybe I don't have to negate this as 4. I have this Mindbreak Trap floating on the top of my library, though. Topped with Opal. Does this matter? Well, it matters, I guess, if they attack and play a Manifold Key. Though I don't think we beat a Manifold Key plus Pyroblast no matter what. Well, I don't want a hard cast negation. I want to make a construct. I have a mind break trap on floating on the top of my library though, so I think this section looks good for me. This way, I'm getting rid of this Vexing Bauble, and I'm still making a construct, and I'm insulated from another payoff. And I can still, on the next turn, like, use this Mind Break Trap. I don't know if it's actually a lethal attack. Oh, it might be not a lethal attack unless I get a key. I have to do some math. I don't think I'm making two constructs, though. I think white, black, demonic tutor. Is there any reason not to Mind Break Trap this one? He still has a land drop. I think I just let this happen. Kind of want him to go all in on a key. Oh, fuck. The past the turn is not good for me, though. Do I win on this turn? Did I do the math wrong? That's the question. Is this attack winning? I still have a Mind Break Trap for his payoff, but maybe he has Pyroblast backup, and I should have then. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have mattered that much. So if I have 1, 2, 3, I chump. I mean, he's gonna live no matter what, right? I don't think there's any reason not to load a mana. Make a 6. I make a 7. So if I make a 6 and I make a 7 and I make it unblockable, and then he trades here and I deal 11 and he goes to 12, I don't win here. It doesn't win. It doesn't win. I can't make 9 unblockable. And if I attack all, he trades with the Lurrus and goes to 12. And this is still only going to be 7, 9, 11. And then I won't be able to hardcast trap. So I don't think so. I'm still getting a key here. And then I spin. I think the problem here is my opponent probably DT'd for a Manifold Key and then might have a counter spell for my Mind Break Trap, but I think I spin and see if I find a Time Vault first. I could always draw an extra card with Key as well. I also have extra mana with Opal. I have a Force. Can I do anything with that? So I draw the Force off my Monarch. I don't have a Bauble to draw. So I'm going to go this, this, this. And then I'm going to do this, 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 this. 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 And this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have Hardcast, Force, plus a trap and a spin. If I find a blue card, I have Force and a trap. Archive. 3 cards, plus 1 is tutored. So, like, what's my best sequence? Is it spin? Force? I mean, if he has 1 counter spell, it's... yeah, it's definitely spin for a blue card. We know that there can be a blue card. It was not a viable line of winning on the same turn. I have Hardcast Trap as well. Force back up! Oh, he's so good! Ah, shit, man. Ah, he's so fucking good. I could have played this game better. I think this one's on me. It depends on if he drew the Pyro. No, I guess if all the cards were either yeah, no, it wouldn't matter. If we had trapped the DT, it would be the same. This game probably should have been a win for me, but I think I played badly. I would have to go back and look, but I assume somewhere along the line with the Vexing Baubles, I made a mistake. Maybe there was a way to get another construct. Like, obviously, we could have made a construct, but... Yeah. Well, he could have not fetched a mystical archive. He would have had to fetch a volcanic island. So, like, maybe that changes something. What did he do with the mystical archive thing? He kept it on top. We were 1 short on construct damage. Like, using unblockable, so. But like I said, that game was really complicated, and I'm pretty sure I could win that game if I played perfectly. All right, that was a really good round 1. Can't be too mad about that one. Like I said, I think we could have maybe won if I just changed some sequencing in the middle of the game there. I think it's likely the way I prioritized Bauble was incorrect, so. Cat. No mana. But I have Probe, Force, Misstep. Both black cards is probably the reason this hand can't be kept, so. Let's mulligan. This is a PO, but we're missing a Mox. Definitely a keep, though. I can go get an Ancestral as well. My opponent, usually Oath. I do think keeping the Opal is better than keeping the Dress Down. Keeping the Dress Down would let me have a better force pitch blue card, but I think getting a white source here is... Ooh, maybe I should just get a basic island here. My opponent is not usually a Wasteland gamer, but if I didn't know my opponent, then I probably would get a basic island there. I should... Yeah, I'm not going to play out this Opal. Okay, I have immediately punished. My opponent immediately played a Wasteland. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's too funny. All right. Well, any artifact gets me blue mana, and all the lands are good. So well, I guess Meticulous Archive is a problem, but yeah, this is fine. What's my timing window look like here? Kind of like Upkeep Ancestral. Yeah, I still like Upkeep Ancestral here. Just playing around Flusterstorms and Spell Pierces and Negation. If they want to hardcast Negation on their turn, I think that's okay with me. Force. Pitching Oko. Okay, so it's still Oath. It's just they had Wastelands in the deck. Fair enough. I guess it could be Bug. It is the 0-1 bracket. So yeah, you're right. It could be Bug. True. Just show and tell. Dak Faden? No! No! This is not what I thought was happening. If I knew there was a Dak Faden coming, I would not have sequenced this way. I would not have sequenced this way whatsoever. I would have definitely just held up PO for the Dak Faden minus. I have to like force this, don't I? Maybe I don't. I'm an attacker. I'm not gonna force this. Yeah, but I think that's okay. Like, aren't I still winning if that's the case? Oh, nice. I got a win condition. All right. They also like brainstorm lock themselves. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it seems fine. This whole game is because I freaking fetched a Tundra for no reason. What was I doing, man? All right, I think I have to pitch my PO and then try to draw another blue card for force and just tempo out with Mana Crypt and Spirit tokens. That is not what I was looking for there. What is this? Lorraine review? They only have one card left, as long as it's not like a big payoff. We've got a Mana Crypt and 2 Spirits. Oh, I guess there's a Wasteland in play, Justin. Why did you play out an Underground Sea? My bad, chat, my bad. They want another flip. I should not have played out my Underground Sea. Whoops. Brain Surge? Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just enabling them. The Mana Crypt doesn't do any damage. I kind of thought this Mana Crypt attacking plan would work, but it's starting to look like it's not going to work. But if I had forced, I would have lost to the Oath, so. We're going to use this? It must be an Ancestral then, right? Treasure Cruise? Oh, no. This game has gone really poorly. This game has gone quite badly. No, man. Not like this. This has not worked out. Hey, they lost a flip, though. 11. No, stop it. Yo, restrict this fucking card. I'm so done. Get this out of here. Let me play lands. Is it Oko? Fucking bizarre players in chat. I drew my forest, but is it too late? He just stands up this crypt. Stand up this crypt. It goes to 3. I attack it. Goes to 7. I mean, I have to attack Oko, right? No. He won 3 of 4 flips. I think I'm dead. I didn't draw the blue card in time for the Oko. I drew the blue card immediately after the Oko. I think it just turns this mana crypt into an elk and we're lost, right? Like, we do get to kill the Oko, but our attackers don't beat a 3/3. My plan did not work, chat. It's a quick O2 challenge. Whoa, 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 whoa. We turned on the food token. We still have a chance. We still have a chance. The game is not lost. That's crazy to me. Probably shouldn't have played these lands out. No, we still need to kill the Oko. The Oko still has to die. Why we're attacking? Why? All right, well, I'm not playing around nothing. Oko, one of them. Should matter a lot. I don't know. Those are interesting. I mean, it must mean they have a Pyrogoyf, right? They kept their mana crypt so they can play a Pyrogoyf this turn. They want another flip? No, stop it. Yeah. I'm just getting brutalized by Pyroblast decks, man. I'm just getting destroyed by Pyroblast decks. Ow. Base, please? If I attack for 4, they go to 6, they go to 3. It doesn't really work. I think I'm dead. I need to do additional damage to them, it seems. They won another flip! No, game! 50%! I'm dying. Time walk? Are they not going to cast it? Oh, man. Come on, just cast it with these 2 Forbidden Orchards. Nothing bad can happen. No. All 4 Wastelands. All right, how much damage do I have? Not enough. Noted. Noted. I can attack for 2. I guess there's only reason not to attack for just 1. I block. Lost the flip finally. So this turn I block, and then they lose a flip, and then I block. All right, they're at 6. I just do 1 face. Doesn't. I have to block. Like, I'm at 3. I need to win exactly 2 flips, and my opponent has to draw exactly no cards that matter. I think I set myself up to have a chance to win this game. Is this a Ren and 6? I guess that beats me. Because Ren and 6 pings 1, pings 2. Yeah, all right. Yeah. No, I do. Like, if they were to lose the flip, and then I block, and then they lose the flip, and then they go to 0. But now they have a Ren and 6, so now I don't have a block, and I die. Maybe they don't see it. Now they won the flip anyways. Yeah, but 5 doesn't matter. Five doesn't matter. 6 is what matters. I'm never getting another attack in over the whole course of the game. Like, that's not happening. So, like, I hit the Narset, so they lose the Narset in case I draw a cantrip or something. I can't attack. Oh, I see what you're saying. You want me to attack instead, and then it's 1 flip? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess we could have done that. Yep. Doesn't matter. He won the flip. Won all the flips. I should have fetched a basic island in that game. I don't think it would have mattered, but I should have fetched a basic island in that game. Prismatic Ending, Swords to Plowshares, Seal of Cleansing. I mean, he might just take out all the oaths. I might just not worry about that. Negation and Trap for sure, though. Yeah, actually, I don't. I think he's gonna take out all the oaths. It's just it's basically a rug control deck that happens to play oaths. It's very fun. I don't know what I want to take out though. Sure. I mean, I don't think he needs to play as many orchards as he's playing. I would build his deck differently, but I'd play like, you can play like 2 oaths, no orchards, then have the other oaths on the board, and there's like different ways you can build it. It's like very much Brian Kelly style, except you don't need to play Inferno Titan when you can play Pyro Oath, which just happens to be a little bit stronger and costs 2 mana less. I like all my cards. It's kind of a problem. Maybe I just take out the Snapcaster Mage. But I kind of like having the Snapcaster Mage to attack these Planeswalkers. Try this. Yeah, I think it's fun. So yeah, I guess Elf is right. I could have not attacked Narset to put him to 5 because I had 4 creatures, so that I could attack and make it 1 crypt flip. Yeah. I didn't actually think about that. I didn't think about ever being able to attack with creatures there. His hand slaps. I think I win that game if I like mana crypt flip even slightly better. Even if mana crypt was 50%, I think I win that game. Which is why I chose the line I chose. Like, I didn't counter the deck because that's why I did that line. Yeah, I had a good trip. Forcing my Lorien revealed. If I get wastelanded... If I get wastelanded... I kind of want 3 fresh ones. Sure. I have Hardcast Trap up if I don't get wastelanded. They make like a 3rd spell. I have a trap. Ooh, I may get a trap a planeswalker here. That'd be a big game. Fetch planeswalker. Oh, I don't think trapping for 0 mana in last game would have mattered. I don't think it was better either. But maybe it's like, it's slightly better because they don't get to fetch archive. I think this is fine. Still have Hardcast Trap later. It was better for many reasons. I mean, feel free to elaborate. Oh, fuck me. Wait, they're not going to hit my Tolarian Academy? I mean, I have to use my top one. That's a pretty big downside. Having to play it out on the next turn. What is happening? They must really need to play the mana out. Why can't I buy this? Buy this, please. Okay. All right. Your move. I mean, those are all reasons, but I don't think they are all high value reasons. And there are definitely reasons not to. Nothing here. I mean, like, I'm not going to masquerade and say, oh, I considered being able to fetch Volcanic versus being able to fetch Meticulous Archive for the Pyroblast. I didn't consider that until after. So it's something worth adding to the thought process for sure. I mean, Mindbreak Trap is also better against Flusterstorm on the next turn because you can hit all the copies. Not better. It's kind of a side grade because you could theoretically pay for 4 copies worth depending on how many spells they cast. I don't know. I don't think it's straightforward. I think there's a little bit of here, a little bit of there. I'd rather get Underground Sea. Definitely need this Lurrus because I needed it to give me life here because I lose all my crit flips. Really lucky that my Tolarian Academy is still alive so I can cast spells though. Green, blue, white, brain surge. Gonna negate it. Puts me down on Mindbreak Trap, so if my opponent goes like land Pyro Oath, that's a huge problem here, but probe. I don't know. Maybe that's right. No, I did do the math on combat. I did know that we were giving them an extra turn. So yeah, I guess that if I do know that, then I'm still not using this Mindbreak Trap. Oh, well, I did it. I did it vocally after the trap. So a lot of times when I'm streaming, I will do some thought process first before I start saying it. But then it's more me explaining it, right? But like I did the math and then people are like, well, do the math. And so I did the math out loud for everyone. Let's attack. But I do agree with what you're saying, though. If we know we can't kill them on the next turn, then there's value in conserving our mana for different sets of draws that we can have. So, yeah. I am not saying that it was incorrect to not Mindbreak Trap. I'm just saying there were reasons I didn't want to use the Mindbreak Trap. But it does seem like that was not good enough reasons, so. They also like don't know about the Mindbreak Trap, right? So depending on their sequencing, like Mindbreak Trap on different counter spells and multiple spells is good, but maybe not in that actual instance. So, all right, this stop casting so many things. I'm just getting destroyed by Pyroblast decks, chat. I'm just getting destroyed by Pyroblast decks. Where did these Pyroblast decks come from? We're in a vintage format where there are 0 Pyroblast decks, and I have to play against 2 Pyroblast decks. This has always been the weakness of PO based decks, but Pyroblast decks have just like not really existed in the format for a long time. Can I have something to loop with my Lurrus? I guess that could theoretically draw me a card for my Lurrus. This card is so sick. These surveil lands have got to be underplayed in vintage. Shit. All right, well, that's a plan. That card's pretty good against Pyroblast, so. Oh, man. Red, I mean, this is Pyrogoyf. Kill my Lurrus. Hopefully we untap and win with this. Oh, I don't have a red mana. All right, I made a mistake, chat. Well, I'm not sure it's a mistake. Like, I do think I need this card to win the game. I also can only make 3 mana for this Pyrogoyf. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, things are bad. Where are my POs? Black, white, blue. I know opal. I cut opal. Oh, that's not good. All right. I do think I'm supposed to keep the 4th Airlingus, even though I can't cast it. I feel like it's the way I win the game. Oh, I mean, if they have another Pyro Oath. Fade in. Plus, I assume. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Ditching 2 lands. All right. There's a lot of good cards here. That's not one of them. Oh shit. Okay. Red, black, blue. Oh man. Too funny. Oh, I used the wrong mana here. Energy Flux? I used the wrong mana here. I was supposed to go white here so I could keep a blue if I could draw PO and win. I think I'm hitting my okay, it didn't matter. I have not played this round very well. Round 1, I think I played pretty well. Like, I still lost due to my own mistakes, but like this round I played very poorly. My opponent's gonna wasteland me and then play a freaking energy flux, and I'm not even gonna be able to 4th Airlingus for lethal. Yeah, I think the first round was pretty good content for sure. High level PO mirror. Oh, they fetched away the flux. True. All right. So I can win still, I think. Well, if I draw a fetch line after losing the crypt flip, that would be bad too. Okay. All right. I'm off it. It's fine. I'm dead. Oh man. Too funny. I mean, I think it is pretty free. That's not the conclusion I would draw from this. It's not even like I'm playing 4 color. Like my round 1 opponent's playing 4 color. This is just splashing a red and splashing a black and splashing a white. Like it's really a blue deck. Like it's a lot different than the other deck. Like the other deck is true 4 color. It's like 2 volcanics, 2 underground seas, 2 tundra. I mean, the conclusion is my paradox outcome decks are very bad against pyroblast. That is a conclusion I would draw, which we knew from the start. How many players is this? 47. I'm kind of off it, honestly. I don't really think I want to play more Magic at the moment. So, kind of a rough showing. We played a close 3-game mirror, where 4th Airlingus was very, very important and very good. I played a little loose, and maybe the margin was just that small. And then we played against Pyroblast Oath, and it kind of crushed us. I think I could have obviously played that round better. I was a little not focused, and then things went really poorly, but I don't think our draws lined up quite too well. I do miss, like, immediately I missed Oswald, but I guess I didn't really draw the repeal or the 4th that much. I don't think the Oswald would have particularly helped me in that 4th slot. I might have been supposed to mill the 4th just because I didn't have a red source, and I did cut an opal in that matchup, right? So I'm even on 1 less red source, so a little tough. I do think the Meticulous Archive looked quite good every time I really saw it. Except for the one time where I wanted to get like 1 extra draw in and I couldn't get 1 extra draw in, but I think that's okay too. There were even things I could have done with the Meticulous Archive where I could have like drawn with my top and played the archive and milled my top and then replayed my top. So like I think that was a miss possibly as well. But overall, I still think that these ideas fundamentally make the deck stronger, but I don't know if they make up for missing Oswald, honestly. Oswald is pretty sick in this deck, and I don't really want to get rid of it. I'll have to consider this coming into the end of the year, because there are a bunch of tournaments coming up. There are going to be 2 vintage super qualifiers. One of them is going to be at the end of December. And then there are 3 showcases. I'm going to have to tune whatever PO deck or... I mean, Doomsday seems to be making a significant comeback, so it's possible I could get back on the Doomsday train as well. We'll be interested to see how the metagame cycles through in the coming weeks. So, more vintage content, gameplay, hopefully winning gameplay, not like this one, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll see you then.